In the MX1 qualifying race in Valkenswaard, everybody safely across the start line and through the short straight and chicane that followed. And straight away it was number 9, Ken de Dijker, the Belgian on the Red Bull KTM, who got off to a flying start. But it was Tony Cairoli who got the whole shot. Just behind them on the number 100 Kawasaki, Tommy Searle going over the handlebars as he ran out of track on the CLS Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki. Tommy Searle would remount in 29th place and come home in 14th. Clement de Salle, 25 on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki World MX1 machine, and Gauthier Paulin, they were going at it, and it was Clement de Salle who won that little battle because that move put him into 3rd place. And from there, all he had to do was try and fend off the challenge from Gauthier Paulin. But Tony Cairoli had a nervous couple of laps as he was harried all the way by his number 9 teammate, Ken de Dijker, who was a winner here in 2010. And he found a way through past the Sicilian, the 6-time world champion Antonio Cairoli on that number 222 Red Bull KTM. And we thought from there he was going to do a disappearing act because the gap opened up to around a couple of seconds, maybe 3 seconds at one point. Clement de Salle, number 25, he was comfortable in 3rd position and always looked in control and seemed to be doing just enough to stay ahead of the Frenchman Gauthier Paulin on the factory Kawasaki, number 21. By about the midpoint of the race though, Antonio Cairoli, 222, had found a way to get back onto the rear wheel of his Red Bull KTM teammate, and you can see the difference in lines. Cairoli favouring the insides, de Dijker favouring the heavier outside lines in some parts of the track, and that would cost de Dijker dearly. And in the end, Tony Cairoli found his way around the outside, strangely enough, and put his Red Bull KTM, after a little bit of cat and mouse, ahead of his teammate. Wasn't as easy as Cairoli expected though, but once he got there, didn't mess around. And Cairoli got on the gas and pulled out almost 4 seconds over his Belgian teammate Ken de Dijker, number 9, who was on fire here in this qualifying race. I'm sure he'll be looking to pick up a good result, at least get on the podium. Who knows, he may even repeat an overall Grand Prix victory here. Kevin Strybos, number 22, the teammate to Clement de Salle, found himself in a battle with not only Jeremy Van Hoorbeek ahead of him on that number 89 factory Kawasaki, who's been riding the start of the season with a broken index finger on his left hand, made a right mess of it as well. But he's had a couple of weeks to ride some local races here in Belgium and Holland, and he looked in good form in the qualifying race. Jeremy Van Hoorbeek eventually coming home in 6th place. But this guy here, Joe Roulants, a long injury layoff at the back end of the summer of 2012, and also riding in MX2 last year. The new Monster Energy Yamaha MX1 signing, Joel Roulants, number 34, started to catch Kevin Strybos in the closing stages of the race. And those two would have a real fight. Evgeny Bobryshev also found himself coming under pressure on the number 777 red Honda World Motocross machine. He was being challenged by 89 Jeremy Van Hoorbeek, these two going at it for the remaining 3 or 4 laps in the race. But Bobryshev would do just enough to hang on to 5th place. Tony Cairoli, though, 4 seconds clear of Ken de Dijker, came home to take the checkered flag. Is he looking good for a repeat performance of his victory here last year? He's won 5 out of the last 6 motos here, the last 3 overall Grand Prix in consecutive years. Tony Cairoli looking good here in qualification. Official confirmation then, Antonio Cairoli a winner from Ken de Dijker. Clement de Salle was 3rd, Gauthier Paulin 4th, Evgeny Bobryshev 5th from Jeremy Van Hoorbeek. Joe Roulants found a way through on the last lap when he passed Kevin Strybos, pushing the Belgian down to 8th. 9th was David Philipparts, and 10th, Tanel Leoc.